Hello everybody, this is N64 by 44 and today I'm going to be showing you my Genesis collection. Now, today I'm only going to be showing part 1 because part 2 is going to be all my box games and this is all unboxed games. I have a lot of Genesis games. Okay, we have no time to lose, so let's just get started. Acme All-Stars. Haven't really given this game much of a chance yet because I just got it recently, but I never really heard any reviews about it either, but if it's by Konami, I'll play it. I never really watched Tiny Toons as a kid, so I don't know much about it. Okay, next game. This game is awesome. Earthworm Jim. It's a really cool 2D platformer. The graphics on it are really fluent, and yeah, it's actually a really funny game too. Uh, if you definitely find it for cheap like I did, I'd pick it up. Anyway, next game. This is actually 6 games, the Sega 6 pack. Now, I heard that this game comes with the Model 3 Genesis. I don't have one, but I just hear it comes. This is what it comes with. Uh, it has a lot of good games on it. The first Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage. Lots of good games like that. If you find it for cheap, I'd pick it up because, well, it's 6 games in one. How could you go wrong? Anyway, next game. Never played this one that much. Justice League Task Force. This is probably one of the lamest fighters I've ever played. I don't know. I just didn't like it. Mm. A bunch of none of this. There aren't that many characters in it. First of all, and they all look kind of strange in my opinion. I don't know any of the special moves, and I just couldn't get into this one. Even though I really love fighters, I just couldn't get into it. Anyway, next game. Never played this one. Uh, EA's Lakers versus the Celtics in the NBA playoffs. Never played it, never plan to. I don't like sports teams that much. Next game. This one's a pretty good beat 'em up actually. Maximum Carnage. Now, on the Super Nintendo, I heard that this comes in like a red cartridge, but I've never actually seen one before. The Genesis version is actually really good too. Um, I actually have the sequel, which I'll talk about in a minute. I don't know how rare the sequel is, but I never heard anyone talk about it. But yeah, this game's awesome. Really good platformer, and probably one of the best Spider-Man games out there. Anyway, next game. This is a strange platformer, Mickey Mania. This game, well, it's not as strange as it is hard, because you basically have no continues after you lose all your lives, and it's really easy to lose lives in this game, let's just say that. If you don't believe me, you should give it a shot yourself. You can probably find this game on the internet for really cheap, and I give it a shot. Anyway, next game. Mortal Kombat 2. This isn't the best version of Mortal Kombat 2 I've played, but I guess it's pretty fun. Uh, the graphics aren't even comparable to the arcade ones, neither is the sound, but, well, maybe the graphics, but the sound is kind of actually way off, but that doesn't really matter, I guess. I actually have Mortal Kombat 1, and it's boxed, but I'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, pretty good game. Next. This is the sequel to Maximum Carnage, Separation Anxiety. If anybody can tell me what this thing is, I'd like to listen because I only know who Spider-Man, Carnage, and Venom are. Yeah, but you should enlighten me on that. Anyway, this game is almost the same as Maximum Carnage, but I couldn't really get into this one as much. I don't know why. I guess it's a lot harder, in my opinion, but I guess if you played it, that's your decision if it is or not. But anyway, another decent game. Next. This is legendary. Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Uh, awesome game. I love the Sonic series, and this is where it all started from, so it's got to be one of my favorites. But it's also one of the hardest ones, actually. I don't know why. This one's just really hard, in my opinion. But really good game nonetheless, and I'd pick, if you don't have it yet, and you're a Sonic fan, then what the heck? Just pick it up. If you're a Sonic fan and you don't have it, just pick it up. Or get it on the Mega Collection, that's another way. Good game. Next. This one's even better. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I have the not for resale version of it. Uh, awesome game. Even better than Sonic the Hedgehog 1. It's got, as the first appearance of Tails. Uh, this game I find is actually a lot easier than the first Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I don't know. But The bonus stages in it are really fun too. You have to play them to get the Chaos Emeralds and do to become Supersonic and stuff, which actually was also Supersonic's first appearance in this game as well. Yeah, a lot easier than Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Probably the best Sonic I've played on the Genesis so far. Awesome game. Next. This one I couldn't get into for some reason as much as the other two. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me for this, but I just, like I said, I couldn't get into this one as much. This version I actually have isn't in the best condition, but I guess that doesn't matter. I like the cover art, but I do really like the cover art. They did a good job on that. You can kind of see Knuckles' eyes peeking out over there. Yeah, awesome game. It's, in my opinion, it's also way harder than Sonic 1 too. It gets kind of confusing because the levels are 2 times larger than they were. Yeah, but anyway, awesome game. I'd pick it up. If you want a long game, this is also a good one to pick up. And next. A lot of people rip on this one, and I don't think it's the best Sonic game ever, but Sonic 3D Blast. Uh, Actually, it's a pretty good game. The graphics on, if you play the bonus stages, though, the graphics on will give you a migraine. Yeah, I guess that's one downside to it, but other than that, uh, it's a pretty good platformer. The graphics on it aren't that 3D though. They're kind of like a 2D overhead perspective, but with 3D-ish graphics. Yeah, if you're really into Sonic, I'd pick it up. Like I am really into Sonic, but other than that, I wouldn't pick this one up. It average game. Anyway, next. I really don't have too much to say about this game because I never got into it at all. Spider-Man, short and simple. Uh, I think this is an older Genesis game because of the label at the bottom. You can kind of tell. But anyway, can never really get into this one that much if I try and play it. Not much else to say other than that. But yeah, again, you have to really like the thing in order to be able to play it. And yeah, even though I do like Spider-Man a lot, not the best game in the world. And the next game actually is also a Spider-Man game, but I'll talk about that in a second. So anyway, next game. Spider-Man and X-Men Arcade's Revenge. This one is just slightly better than the other one, except this one is quite hard. If you've ever played it before, you know what I mean. But as far as in the first level, you have to be Spider-Man. As far as I know, you get to be the X-Men in later levels, but I never made it that far in this one because it's so hard. Uh, yeah, but if you like both series, I'd suggest picking this one up, I suppose, and giving it a shot. If you like a hard game, this one's for you. Pick it up if you like. Next game. Never played this one really. It just throws you into the game. I don't really understand it. It's Star Trek, by the way. Yeah, I never really understood this game that much, and when I put it into my Genesis, it never turned on either. Not until I got my FC3 is when it started working. Uh, Not much to say about this game because never really played it. But I guess if you like Star Trek, I'm not really that big into it. And actually, I'm not that into it at all. Just that new Star Trek I've seen once. But yeah, if you really like Star Trek, maybe you'd enjoy this game, but I really don't. Anyway, next game. This game, however, is great. Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition. It, if if you ever play Street Fighter 2, you know what I mean when I say this game is awesome. This is probably the best version of Street Fighter 2 I've ever played. Um, you can set the speed depending on your taste. Like I always set it to like level 4 or 5. I forget which. I'm gonna have to play it again. But yeah, awesome. And if you ever find it for cheap, I'd pick it up. Uh, Probably best version of Street Fighter 2 you'd ever play. And anyway, next game. Sort of similar, Super Street Fighter 2. It has the same characters as the original Street Fighter 2, but it adds a few extra ones. Um, I suppose the sound is a little better, but the graphics are pretty much the same as the original. Um, it's also a little bit slower. I don't know if you can set the speed or not because I've never tried, but bit slower. And if you ever find it for cheap, I got it for $3 way back in the day. Ever find it for cheap, I'd pick it up and next week. I'm coming to the end here. And I better hurry it up too. Oh wait, I already showed this one. The Terminator. Never really got into this game that much, nothing much to say about it. Yeah, anyway. Final game, Indiana Jones. Well, young Indiana Jones. Never really got into this one that much either. Can't say much about it. Anyway, that was my Genesis Unboxed collection, and if you find a lot of interest in Genesis, I'd pick up a lot of those games, and thanks for watching.